from the lighter side of pest control. This is the Tales from the Crawl Space podcast with your hosts, Jack and Brad.
All right, we're going to get any more questions from the audience. And you, sir, in the red, what's your question?
Is it possible for me to get pregnant in my butt if I read a comic with ladies in it?
Oh, yes. Sir, I think your kind should be shot.
I don't get it. What's wrong with my...
This is the Tales from the Crawl Space Ask Us Anything episode.
God damn. That's fucked up.
I love that. That's awesome.
Hey, boys, girls, cheese bags everywhere to steal Jack's line. Welcome to Tales from the Crawl Space podcast. I, of course, am one of your lovely hosts, Brad Harvey, and across the way and a little bit farther south now is the one and only, the newest resident of Long, South Carolina, Jack Starry. Jack, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Did you know that they named the town after my penis?
Yeah.
Longs, South Carolina.
Yeah, it used to be called Yours is Perfect, the Big Ones Hurt, South Carolina, and then he moved in. And then he moved me. Yeah, absolutely. So,
I'm doing
guys.
good.
Yeah, great. So,
Okay, fantastic.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling up your.
Okay.
If you let it sit too long, it all disappears.
Yeah, that's true. The screen goes dark.
Yep.
I'm old.
Right.
I do it the Amish way. I copy mine on the Microsoft Word and then just
And your
pop the file
fancy
up.
calculator.
And then your calculator, yeah. I got a Casio.
I had a Texas Instruments.
It's not turning on. Now give it a few minutes and let it warm up.
I had the one that looked like the owl with the little graduation hat
you did?
on. I have that one.
Wow. Man.
I'm old.
Yeah. You're dating me because I was even before that. The calculator we had was like this fucking big.
Oh, yours wasn't an abacus?
No, it was it was not an abacus, Jack.
I don't know how to use that.
Just my abacus.
No idea.
Yeah,
It looks like a toy.
You're talking way past our 12 listeners. Oh, damn. So, welcome to the show. Tonight's subject is Ask Us Anything. And boy, you fucking people sure did, man. Let me tell you what. Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group. You guys are the bomb diggity. You came
Always.
through. You guys were made of questions, and we're made of answers. So we kind of did it differently this time. I put it out there to ask me anything, and then I let that marinate for a while, and then I shut her down, and I said, okay, now let's ask Jack anything. So this is how we're going to do it tonight. I'm going to ask the questions that you guys asked Jack, and he's going to answer them.
Yep.
And then conversely, he's gonna do the same thing for me. He's gonna ask the questions that y'all asked me, and I'll answer them. So that's how it's gonna go. And of course, we are also TFTC live. So make sure you get on our chat. If you got a question, pop it on there, buddies.
We'll pop it on the screen and answer
Pop it on the screen.
On the fly.
You can ask it, and we'll answer it. And we don't care what the fuck you ask.
Oh, fuck
No,
The
it doesn't even
weirder,
have
the
to be
better.
about bugs or nothing. So
The more strange, the better.
it is, and if there's one person around here that likes more strange, the better.
That's correct.
Or I never can figure out where he is when we do this.
I'm here somewhere.
That's right. So anyway, Jack.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna start off asking you some questions.
Oh, you are? All right. Well, let me get my feet set.
All right.
So get a little courage on me here.
Mr. Blake Tunn II asked, "Why does it burn when I pee?"
You got to stop mixing your termite tank with your penis.
Yeah.
That's probably the first thing I would do.
And then see when his pants are on his knees and his hips
just
down into the tank, he's like doing this.
Oh, hell yeah. And that would be the first thing. And the second thing is, if it persists and there's a little bit of discharge, you message Russell right away because he's going to need to know about this.
Candace is on there. Look, say hi to Candace on the chat.
Hey, Candace. What's up? Yeah.
So that's stop stirring your tank with your penis.
That's right.
One.
Yeah, I would say that would be the first thing you do, and then the second one, if it keeps going, check with Russell.
Here you go. Here's one for us from All the Adventure. If your girl and mom switch bodies and the only way to get them back was to fuck one, which one do you choose? Remember, and are aware that you can't choose death. They'll remember that you had to fuck them, and I don't. That's
Jack. Remember what we talked about in messaging. If there was a message a question we don't want to answer.
I don't have a drink, so I'm going to have to answer because I'm drinking tea.
Okay. Well, I guess the question would be. I guess the answer would be. It would have to be the girlfriend. Or the girl,
because I wouldn't be able to get it up there to look like my mom.
Well, because I wouldn't need a shovel otherwise. Because my mom's been gone for like 6 years, 5 years.
I mean, it's mine's in a jar.
So, but actually, I took a drink and answered the question. So I get a mulligan next time.
Well, yeah, mine's in a jar. So I've seen it.
Yours in a jar. Yeah, but mine's underneath a dogwood tree. So
if they were both alive, it would still have to be the girlfriend body. Because I wouldn't be able to get it up otherwise. If I was looking at my mom, there's nothing happening. It'd be like trying to shove a wet
pretty much
corn spot.
I'd have to agree with that, and because then if you put it there on your girl, she's going to be telling you everything you're doing wrong.
She says that's for my bong hits last week. Great question, though.
No doubt.
Great
question. Jack, it's your turn. Let's ask. Let's ask. Okay. Well, we're going to go with a pretty benign one here. Mm-hmm. How many licks does it take to get the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop?
If I'm correct, and I remember the commercial, it's a 1, a 2, a 3, a 3. So the answer is a 3. Right.
There you go. How many licks will it take? The world may never know.
The world may never know. John Shope says, Brad, are you a top or a bottom? Catcher or pitcher? Now answer carefully because Russell may be listening.
Oh, me? I'm the dugout manager.
You're digging it out.
That's right. Giggity.
Mr. Scotty Grill says threesome. He's talking about your mom and your girlfriend.
Your mom, your girl. Oh my God. Oh shit, the pain. Just thinking about that. And Gustavo asks Jack, did it hurt? Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
If by heaven you mean hell? No. Well, kind of, yeah, because I hit all the rocks on the way up. But
yeah, I figured. Yeah. I was like, Gus, he didn't fall from heaven. He was hurled from heaven.
Well, what happens when you get thrown out of hell? It's like the rubber band effect. You go up, you come back down. So you may have been mistaken, but yeah, it still hurts.
Exactly. It's like the gravitational pull of hell is similar to that of the sun, because you'll see those bursts, and then they're just like, "Oh, we're not. No, you're not. You're coming back in here, buddy."
The bursts. Yeah.
Oh, Tanner's crawling in.
Oh, there's Tanner.
Is he going to drop in on you again? Jesus Christ.
No.
Maybe that's the threesome Zippy was talking about.
Tanner's crawling in. All right. So Josh R. Talbert says, is Russell Goswiller a gentle lover like in my dreams, or is he feral?
He's gently feral.
Oh.
He can read his lover. If he needs to be gentle, he will be gentle. But damn it always ends up feral in the end.
He ended up answering. He goes, Josh, there's a time for both.
There's a time for both. See, I told you.
He has to read the room. Just read the room.
I know you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Chris, no relation to John Holmes, asks Jack, "Are you from Tennessee?"
No.
That was a quick
I am
one.
not. Jack Daniels, maybe? Is that what he's referring to, possibly? No.
I don't know. I don't.
I'm not from Tennessee.
You don't have a Tennessee accent.
I do not.
You have a bit of a Southern twang.
A little bit.
Little poo twang. And
Military school kind of bred that out of me. Some.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't know that was something they frowned on.
Oh, they have to be all proper and shit. So yeah.
Yeah. Good grief. Oh man.
David Tassos, what's the meaning of life?
The meaning of life?
Yes. The correct answer is in the answer thread there. The correct answer is. But I'm waiting to see what yours is.
The meaning of life. I would have to say that the meaning of life is to do unto others and get the fuck out of there, man.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Do it and get away before they can do it back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That works.
Do unto others, then duck.
And Candace said, because you're the only 10 I see, and that's where he was going with that.
Ooh.
So, hey, thank you, baby. God damn. But the answer is 42. Ask any smart device, what's the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Answer is 42. Let me see. Hey, Google, what's the answer to life, the universe, and everything?
Oh my girl, my back has been bugging me so much lately, it just won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Just kidding. Sounds like a real pain.
You know, it's been a real pain lately, trying to find anything relatable to listen to while I'm working.
Girl, I got the answer for this one. Pestrogen Podcast. It's a pest control podcast, but with a lady twist. It's fun, laughable, and will make you say, yep, get that.
That sounds so awesome. So, where can I find this at?
Anywhere. We got the YouTube, anywhere where you get your usual podcasts, and they have a Facebook page for ladies in the pest industry only.
Sold!
You can catch the Pestrogen Podcast videocast exclusively on YouTube and listen to the audio version on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, or wherever your favorite podcasts are currently crawling around. Pestrogen Podcast, because when it comes to pests and podcasts, we know how to bug you just right.
Well, according to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. I can certainly help you with some more practical answers, though. What's on your mind?
42. 42 is the answer.
Oh, bullshit. She didn't say 42.
She most certainly did say 42.
She did.
Yeah.
Well, she took a hell of a long time to say it. All I heard, it sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher to me.
Hey, Google, stop.
It's Google, shut the
kept
fuck
talking.
All right, stopping second living room Roku.
Hey, Google,
Jesus.
stop.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Second living room Roku.
always got to get in the last word.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Brad Harvey asks Jack, when a chocolate starfish winks a kernel of corn at you, do you jettison it across the dungeon or go full human centipede?
It depends on the cannon.
Okay.
It depends on the launching device.
The launching device in this case would be your mouth.
Well, if it's coming at me, though, I mean, if, I'm gonna go,
if it winks it at you and you're jettisoning it across the room, I mean, you're like,
or am I going to spit it back in the receptacle?
no, you're just swallow it. Be a man.
Oh, okay. Be a man. Well,
right.
it is corn. And,
That's true. Yeah,
I do like corn.
right. I hope there's still a little salt and pepper on.
I'm a fan.
On the outer edge.
Enjoy it again a second time.
Yeah, that's the human centipede. It's like, I'll eat it. Yeah.
Yummy.
Cuttlefish or rice and asparagus.
All right. Todd Ingmeyer says, why is private equity buying all the trades?
Why is private equity buying all the trades? One reason, money.
Yeah.
I mean, can you think of any other reason? I mean,
No.
Yeah, there's golden in our hills. I mean, yeah, exactly. And the more that they buy it, it's a commodity. I mean, look at what we do, especially on things like pest control contracts. I mean, they you got money coming in, opening, unlocking a door when you've got pest control contracts, and especially termite renewals. I mean, if you think about a termite renewal, that is such a commodity that, I mean, because if people are paying every year, somebody's got to honor that shit. So if you're a small company and you've got a big fuck ton of termite renewals coming in, you got to hold good on those. But if you go out of business and stuff, you got something to sell, and that's those freaking contracts, those renewal contracts. So yeah, I mean, there's money in it, and there's good long-term money in it as well. And especially a big ass company. Private equity firms, they groove on that shit, and it's also got a lot. I think it might have a lot to do with the banks that are buying all the houses and shit like that as well. I mean, everything's getting balled up into one big umbrella corporation. So, yeah, God bless the small guys, but for fuck's sake, will you stop underpricing shit already?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Jesus Christ. Man, 40 years ago, we were fucking selling termites for $14 a linear foot. And I'm lucky to get 8 now. Okay, so the industry is shooting itself in the linear foot, and enough already.
Amen to that.
Let me get. Okay, I'm off my soapbox.
Okay,
we're moving on. So, all right. Okay, Jack. If Billy the Exterminator, this is from our buddy Sancho.
I love me some Sancho.
Yep. If he knows what is good for him, he best go running high. Daddy's got a new 45. And I won't think twice to stick that barrel straight down Sancho's throat. Believe it when I said that I got something for his punk ass.
Yeah. And I really want to know.
Yeah, really? All right. If Billy the Exterminator challenges you to a German roach clean-out battle, who would get a boner first? Extra points if you shit in a crawl space.
Well, I'm gonna. Well, the job would have to be in Indianapolis, so I could stop by and fulfill destiny and shit in Brad's crawl space and his grinder pump.
And I will say, whenever Jack is in town, I always leave a fresh roll on the windowsill right outside the crawl space access.
I get the grinder pump.
Because there's no point in him riding dirty the whole time he's in Indy. So you're gonna shit in my crawl space.
Don't need to be
that's fine. Just fucking wipe, will you?
Yeah. Yeah,
nobody wants to catch that whiff.
But the only boner I get with Billy the Exterminator is the chance to hit him in the mouth.
Ooh.
I can't.
I'm breaking up just thinking about that.
He's like bad hair metal looking, man set up. It's like the one where he put the turkey in the bar just to film himself getting it out. He had to stage his own shit for his show. So, when you get like 4 different camera angles, that's not reality TV.
No, it's not. No. Reality TV is a lot more gritty and less
like cringe. The Real World on MTV.
Cringe.
Here you go. Another fine compliment from I love when y'all do sing-alongs. I also shit in crawl spaces under decks more than I should admit.
Under decks?
You got a chick admit that. I think it's fucking awesome.
Man, let's see.
Snapping a loaf under a deck.
Yeah, that takes backbone right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of the decks I'm around are big enough for me to actually. I would have to like lay on my side and then just kind of wiggle away from it when I was done.
I love you, Sancho, but I have a new favorite listener right now.
Amen to that.
She's my new favorite, for sure. No question.
This is absolutely not. Well, anybody that shits in a crawl space.
Oh yeah, and under decks. Come on,
and under decks.
And a girl snapping a loaf. I mean, it's there's gonna be some pervert watching right at the point of egress. Watching your groundhog and you're whistle pigging. Whee!
Oh God! It's like Jim Carrey coming out of the backside of the Rhino in Ace Ventura. only more attractive.
Okay. Nicholas Savasta said, "What's your protocol for a German roach infestation, residential German roach infestation? And as a follow-up, when do you get child or elderly protective services involved?"
Okay. My go-to at this point is bait where I can't use WSG and WSG where I can. And I do not have a problem in that area. And as far as as CPS, getting them involved whenever you feel it's necessary and anonymously. That's all I can say.
Follows up by saying, I know this is a humor page, but I think it may help the younger or less experienced technicians to know exactly what's considered a health risk and when to mind their own business. And I think that's a good question. I'm glad they brought it up on the serious tip. So yeah,
that's anytime you feel it's necessary. I mean, you've got eyes, you've got a conscience, you've got a nose. If you find that situation, just you can always report anonymously. There's but damn it, there's some things that are more important in life than other things. So this is definitely one of them. If you feel like a kid is in danger in their living environment, you have an obligation as a human being to report it.
Right. Yeah.
I will admit in the 34 years I've been doing this, I've done it twice.
Yeah, I think I've done the same amount of times.
Things that are that bad. I've always done it anonymously. It's never been a problem. They never, because they send somebody out, they look at it. There's no follow up needed on your end. You can take care. You can get this taken care of and get on, and just move on down the line. So, yep. And if you have if you have a certain particular situation that you're thinking of when you ask that question, I hope you've taken action.
Yeah. And don't feel guilty about it because sometimes it needs to be said, needs to be done. So,
yeah. Damn it, Jack! I need to pick me up after that. Say penis.
Penis.
Thank you.
Penis.
There, I feel better already.
Let me break it out.
Penis.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give you the sexy voice, baby.
That's right.
My penis.
Okay. All right. Now you
feel better now.
The juices are totally flowing.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Morgan Kerr.
Juices.
Yeah. Morgan Kerr asks, and I know Morgan. Somebody like Morgan. She's not listening to this, but she asks you, can you please identify this for me? Maybe an image of tick and seedlings. She threw a picture up there, and it was blurry as all fuck out. So basically,
that's funny you asked that one.
Yes,
I have to add this one in as an aside. Because Billy Thomas said, "What kind of bug is this?" So I came up with a visual aid. What kind of bug is this?
That picture is like Russell. It's like Russell last week on the show. His video. If there's any fewer pixels, it would fucking be radio.
I didn't know potatoes could transfer video, but apparently he could.
Yeah.
Because he was on the potato.
Scotty asked me to sing "Life Is a Rock," but the radio rolled me. And as we said, if there's anything that we didn't want to answer to, we're going to take a drink.
Yeah, sure. I'll get tongue-tied. And I know there's someone out there who'd be disappointed if I was.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. That song is definitely good Colonel Angus practice.
Cunning linguists.
Cunning linguists. Yes, only the cunningest of linguists can sing this song. But, everybody look it up. Life is a Rock, but the radio rolled me. Look it up on Google Tube or whatever.
And so many commercials have been born from that song.
Yeah.
All right, well, Tanner Lott had a question for you. What are your thoughts on the global economic differences between AAA power countries and their massive growing GDP, and those less fortunate, maybe in the third world countries where they're struggling to get an economic product that's good enough to be transferred across a positive trade world?
I think it all boils down to geopolitics and international commerce. I mean, the infrastructure has not been set up properly for these particular countries that are less fortunate, but they have adequate resources in order to compete in the world market. They got what the fuck, man? No.
Hey, look who showed up, Mr. Tyler McElveen.
Hey, Tyler, what's up? I tried to sound intellectual there for a second.
That was a good question.
I couldn't keep it up, man.
I don't know if you're still listening, if you've gone to hibachi, but that was a good question, Tyler.
No doubt. Oh, fuck, I guess it's my turn now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, John Shoppy asks, is Brad the man or woman in your relationship?
Well, he's kind of a gender fluid depending on the situation and the mood. And whatever dress I bring home from Ross Dress for Less for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
That's
sometimes
right.
I like the nice sundresses where you can see his sack. When the sun's
my
behind him, you
sack.
can see the sack right
Yeah,
there.
look at him. He knows how to pack a sack.
Sack.
It's
know.
nothing to pack a sack.
You want your pie up in the sack?
That's right. And, well, all I can say is when I do put them on, Jack usually tries them on at the store first and kind of compare size. He brings them in, then I have to take them in, and then I will stand in front of the window as the sun's rising up, so the silhouette of the sackage. We have legs, and then we have this.
It's like a W.
That's right. No, it's not a W. It's the letter U.
You know, it reminds me of the first time.
Hang that low.
The first time I went into a Casey's, the first time ever, I walked in and I bought a Dr. Pepper, and I walked up to the counter and I asked for a pack of cigarettes. The lady goes, "You want your pop in the sack?" I said, "No, I don't want you to kick me in the nuts, but you can put my soda in the bag." She looked at me like I had two heads. All right. Wesley T. Pitts says, "Why are so many people so peoply?" I'd like to know the answer to that one.
You know the answer to that one?
No, I'd like to know the answer.
Oh, I
don't
would like to
peoply
know why people are so peoply?
At all.
Well, people are so peoply because people are people. And I mean, there's no other explanation for it. We are such a unique species that we there's some sort of instinct in us that goes back, I don't know, from the cavemen or whatnot, to piss the other person off. Doesn't matter who in their room. You're going to annoy the shit out of them. You're going to talk so much you refuse to shut up. You can watch their face melt like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you're just going to keep on going. Oh, and you're going to do this too. That's right, talking in circles. You're going to take laps around the subject, and every fucking 5 or 6 times you're going to mention it. And yeah.
Isn't that a Depeche Mode song? People love people, so why should it be?
I was a Pet Shop Boys kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I was a Bananarama kind of guy.
Oh, yeah. It's a cruel summer.
Leaving me here on my own.
That's I'm Bananarama. Yeah, I think I have dispelled potential children to the album cover of Bananarama.
Yes, I have leaked much gender fluid on that. Oh, God.
Right at my penis.
Michael Fogler. Because the best part of waking up is Fogler's in your cup. Hey, Jack.
Hey.
Why did Brad turn the comments off on his post?
I had a question.
I had a question about idling.
Oh, that's... For 1,125 minutes,
at least.
Yeah.
You should. If you're going to idle, you need to idle for at least 1,125 minutes.
Yeah.
We will accept 1,125 seconds if you're in a hurry, but it's got to be 1,125. Yeah.
But to thoroughly circulate oil throughout the whole engine block, you need a good solid 1,125 minutes.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah. I sold a quarterly treatment, quarterly service on this huge church, and the annual amount was $4,500. You know what that breaks down to a quarter? That's right, 1125.
1125,
motherfucker. And then Jack. Then they fucked it up by paying a year in advance. They got a 5% discount, so it was no longer 1125.
God damn it!
My heart.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I'd sneak it back in just to get back to the party.
Hell yeah. No, next year they're getting a 5% increase. Or 10%. That way they pay a year in advance again and then back down to 1125. At least I think that's how the math works. I don't know.
No one told me there was going to be math involved. I didn't get that warning at all.
No.
So.
Math is bad. Good. Math is bad. Good.
Don't smoke math.
Okay, not even once.
I think this person was trying to throw someone else under the bus, but Ali Penshorn said, "Will Chad Anderson ever put product in his duster or forever blow air into the weep holes?" Is that like a
what?
Is that like
Did I
a
miss
double
something
speak
here?
for like bad oral sex? What is that?
I don't know. Blow air into the weep holes. Oh, I guess it doesn't look like he's applying any dust. You know, that's either the mark of a cheap motherfucker, or that's the mark of somebody that really knows how to mix air and dust. Because if you're seeing it, you're putting too much in. At least that's what I'm told. I always put too much in because I like to see that puff of smoke. I don't like seeing that stream of dust come out. You know,
You don't like the patina?
that pisses me off because it usually
like a
happens.
90-year-old load.
It's like Thanos just nutted. But it always happens to me inside. It never happens on the exterior dusting.
Yeah.
This was like, I was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I hate those bellows type. What are they? Getz type dusters.
The JT Eaton dusters.
Yeah, the Eaton dusters. Yeah, and because them fucking rubber corks never stay in, and
Always. This was on the first tips and tricks episode. You get your pocket knife and you get that rubber fucking cork thing, and you take it and you shave the edge where it goes. God damn it, where it goes into the duster. You like just shave that edge, the corner off of it.
Right.
You'll actually get it in there.
oh wow,
You just got to shave it just a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll go in.
huh? I'll have to remember that next time. That if I ever use one of them again,
I like those dusters.
I will. Shit, man. I've got my Puff D, my bulb duster, the little green one with the long tip and shit. And when I break those, I buy one out of my own pocket. I'm not even going to ask Bill for money for that. I'm just like, fuck this. This is my duster. I'm doing this. You know what?
Right.
When I leave,
Right.
I'm taking it with me. Why? Because I could put other shit in there and do my squash plants.
Now the Puff D, that's like a knockoff of the Central bulb.
That is the central bulb.
Oh, they changed. Okay.
Yeah, they changed. Yeah, they changed companies or some shit like that. And yeah,
I got you.
it's like when Apprehend got bought out by Rockwell, they should just call it Mud.
Does it still have the Jerry Bukowski invention inside of it, where it has that little sliding weight on the? Because the guy that used to be the chief entomologist for the Big Green Tea, Jerry Bukowski, was the one that came up with that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that little slidey thing.
I put a penny in mine.
Still got it.
Put a penny in it.
Put a penny. Yeah, I got a couple ball bearings in mine. I got one of those magnet toys that's got like a bunch of ball bearings sitting on a big base magnet. And you could like play with them and stuff, fidget around with them. I just grab a couple of those when I get a new duster. Grab a couple of those, chuck them in there.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time I retire, they'll be all gone. But who cares? I won't need to fidget anymore on my desk.
No.
I won't be sitting at it.
No fidgeting.
Candace says that the B&G bulb duster is her favorite. It works great. The B&G bulb duster.
Like mush mouth.
No, the B&G
Sancho's here.
Sancho, we already sang your song.
Yeah, we already sang Sancho.
You're gonna have to watch the playback tomorrow. The B&G bulb buster works great, but I still prefer the Puff D because you can use that in any direction. And that's one of the things that sliding thing is for. That's to help keep you from overloading and doing that, old man skeet. And, I find that works better. The 3-piece extension is a bit much for me because I'm one of those guys that loses small objects. Right. And so, that's why I got a ribbon tied around my wang. But anyway, but I like the 1-piece. It's rigid. It's firm. It's pulsating. It's
rigid, firm, and like my highness.
And I like that. It's good, and I will use one if I have to. But I definitely prefer the Puff D.
I had the Power Puff. Looked like a cordless drill with a little curly Q tube. That was pretty cool. And I've seen those. Those are good. I like that.
I like the Exacticides too, but they're so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They are.
It's like, about $800 for something. I can pick up a puff D for $30.
Yeah.
And do the same thing. Yeah.
But kiss my ass. All right, Dale Edgley says, why are Patels so demanding, yet so cheap at the same time?
I would like to know that myself, and I think I do have the answer to that.
That is a question for the ages.
It is a question for the ages. There are certain people, and this transcends culture, this transcends race, this transcends everything. But there are certain people out there in the world that just feel like they got to get the best fucking deal possible, and in order to do that, they feel like, okay, you're in my house, I want you to do this, 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 and this, and they feel like they have a captive person to do all this shit for them, and they're just going to bug the living piss out of you until you do. And I had one today. This guy. I went to his house. Let's go back 3 months ago when I did his initial service. I get there, he's like, "Yeah, I spoke to the owner, and he said you're going to do this, this, and this." And I knew he was full of shit. So it's like, because Bill's not going to tell me to do all this shit. So, but you know what? I had a little time. I did it anyway. Just get off my ass, So then, so that time comes to pay the piper, right? So I told him, I said, all right, we're all set. I did this and I did all the things. It's time to pay the fat guy. And he goes, how much is it? I said, it's going to be $369. And he goes, well, I talked to the owner and he said it was $300. I said, $300? I said, I got to call the office. And so I called Stacy. I said, Pest Pack Mobile was down. And so I had to call the credit card in anyway. And she goes, I said, for $300. She goes, this was supposed to be $369. He said, well, he said he talked to the owner, to the bill and everything. So she's like, yeah, whatever. I said, Stacy, just fucking run it. Get me out of this house. And so she did. We were out $69 or whatever the fuck. And I went back to the office, and as I talked to the owner, Bill's like, well, I didn't talk to him. And Stacy's like, that guy, he's that son of a bitch.
Sold a fast one on you.
It's like, he talked to me. Yeah, I said, well, you're not the owner of Trio. She goes, no shit. So I was like, you know what? The only thing that matters to me is that that I'm out of the house now. I said, do me a favor, Stace. I said, don't ever send me back there again. She goes, okay, no problem. I could look at my schedule the other day. Who's on it? That guy. And Stacy came in this morning. I said, I remember, let's go back 3 months ago when I told you not to take me. He's like, oh, I completely forgot.
I was the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, I was the only person in Indianapolis. It was the Brad and Stacy show today. One of the technicians had a funeral to go to. The other one had a doctor's appointment. One of them semi-retired, and the lady is up in Fort Wayne running her own shit right now. So that was just me and Stacy, and I was like, I couldn't do anything about it, but to go to the house, I said, Stacy, I said,
the next time this guy is on my route will be my last day.
She goes, oh, you didn't have to put it like that. I said,
yeah, I did.
I didn't. No, I did.
Yes.
Oh God. But I got there today. Dude was had the door shut in the bedroom. He's on a conference call. I dealt with his wife, and his wife is a sweetheart. So
good.
It all turned out. So it's like, okay, not only have I taken care of this guy's follow-up, his warranty is going to be up in a few days. Stacy knows never to send me there again. I'm done with him. It's beautiful. But anyway, the reason to answer the question, the reason that those people are like that is because a lot of them got a lot of money. That's how they keep it.
Yep. You don't
like bending everybody
stay rich
else
by spending it. So you don't stay rich by spending it.
And a complete lack of conscience is also a plus when you're that way.
Brad, I have to ask you, since that last story was quite verbose and very interesting and educational, you must have gotten a really dry mouth while you were telling the story.
My throat got so dry, Jack.
How did you remedy that?
I remedy it with it's a two-step process. Okay.
Yes.
I remedy it first I drink some of my retirement bourbon to burn the area, and then I quench it quickly with some ice water from my Tony Spangler tumbler from Spangler.com.
That's right. Spangler.com.
Absolutely. Oh, man, he's got his penis tumbler.
I got the penis one out today.
You know, I will take a sip of ice water out of this thing, or some sweet tea, or something like that, and it is just so refreshing because you've got that beautiful double-walled insulation that comes with every Tony Spangler tumbler, and not one wall, but two. It's double-walled.
It is truly the McDLT of tumblers.
It is. The hot stays hot, the cool stays
and the cool stays cool.
That's right. And it's got, you know, and as you're guzzling down whatever fluid you may have in there, ginger or otherwise, you're gonna look at some eye-popping graphics. Okay,
yes, like the veins on
like
that
the
dildo.
Veins on Candace's pet that she calls Big Jack. And you can tell. I mean, look at that. Oh my God.
Oh, that's sexy motherfucker right there. Look at that.
Ladies, you think you're wet now? Just wait.
Oh,
there you go.
Moist.
It's getting moist. So moist. It's getting visibly damp down there. But
that Brad Harvey.
That Brad Harvey's only white boy made me moist. And so
yes.
And so then we're gonna rubber bottom in the process. Yes, rubber bottom. Yeah. Jack, this is Jack's favorite part, by the way, is the rubber bottom. It is so soft, supple, and yet grippy.
I do like a grippy bottom.
We all like grippy. Yeah. That's right.
But they come with something special, don't they? You get an added bonus with those, don't you?
You actually do get an added bonus, and as soon as I top myself off with this, we're going to talk about that because because I'm going to be doing a lot of peeing after this show, and I'm going to be able to change my name from Brad Harvey to IP Freely, and that the reason is because of the thing that comes with every Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com is the one and only surgical stainless steel urethral sounding rod.
That's correct.
This thing is just a beauty and innovative of manufacturing. It's the surface is so smooth it allows for easy and smooth, comfortable insertion.
Yes.
And not to mention that once it gets there, you have this finely machined edge here that is going to rip right through any clinging debris and detritus that may be hanging up in your urethra.
I must say I'm a big fan of smooth insertions. Yes, I am.
If it ain't a smooth insertion,
yes,
don't bother. But I'm telling you what, man. Once this thing leaves your urethral tract, the pee comes like it flows like a mountain stream. It's like
that's correct.
That's right. And you're transported to the Rocky Mountains where ice melts, it's flowing down the mountains,
and the mountains are blue.
And the mountains are blue too, much like your urethra will be after this. But
you will not have a narrow urethra.
You will definitely not have a narrow urethra. So I'm telling you what, this thing, I have not regretted any Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com because there are an unlimited amount of styles because everything comes from you guys and your heads and stuff.
If you can dream it, they can make it.
If you can think it, he can make it. So, I mean, it's got it all. It's got the eye-popping graphics. It's got the double-walled insulation. It's got the rubber bottom, and also the I mean, medical equipment never comes as cheap, but you can get it there. And there's only one place to go to get all of these things.
If you got Peronis, reach for Tony's steel urethral sounding rods.
And boys and girls, that is JT Story, my handsome boy. And his page on Facebook is JT Story VO. He does jingles, songs, you name it, intros for podcasts. He also does awesome intro for the Pestrogen podcast. So JT Story VO for voiceover on Facebook.
God, I am so freaking stoked about meeting him in October.
Yeah. He's excited too. Very excited.
Oh, good. That makes me happy.
Hell yeah.
He go see his Uncle Brad.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely. Okay, well, my turn. Okay. Joshua asks, will you give me a small loan of $1 million, which I never have to pay back?
I thought you said doll hairs, so I robbed all the Barbies from the Walmart, and I think I have a little more than $1 million doll hairs. So I've got those for you. But if you need actual cash, you can fuck all the way out.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, now the whole toy, the whole toy aisle over there looks like a bunch of NPCs with really pointy boobs. but
They're looking like a girl.
Yeah, what do you want for Christmas, little girl? I want a Wojak doll.
All right, Michael Stacy Colley said, I ran from a fight once, and my grandma said, you either fight them or you fight me. I whipped her ass that day. Have you ever fought your grandma and lost?
If I ever fought my grandma and lost every damn time. You don't
grandma
understand.
had a right hook you wouldn't
You
believe.
don't understand the grandmas I had. Yeah. You don't know. I called her a crazy lady one time, and I woke up with tubes in my ears. Yeah.
Yeah, and they completely justified it. The cop showed up, and your granny said what you said, to be like, oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. My grandma on my mom's side, my grandma on my mom's side was a woman you did not fuck with.
Formidable?
Formidable is a mild term for Marguerite Swells. Yes, I'm telling you what, man. Yeah, she was born. This is a woman that, as a baby, was alive during the Spanish influenza pandemic.
Wow.
And that woman lived another 88 years. So Grandma Swells was nobody you messed with, and
you know, it was actually the
really
masks that killed people
either. You know, I mean, she was such an awesome grandma, funny as hell.
Yeah,
she did some of the weirdest shit. Now, my grandma Harvey, a beautiful soul, loved her to death. Always had room for kids in her life and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, from time to time, as kids, we're stupid, we're dumbasses. We would cross her. And we didn't have to worry about her. We had to worry about Grandpa once he found out. He had a razor strop that he called Charlie. And Charlie stayed up on top. So they had this old wooden secretary that stayed in the hallway, and Charlie would sit up on top of that thing, and we knew right where Charlie lived. And when Grandpa found out, if we ever gave Grandma any sass or did anything like that,
Charlie the Keister Buster.
Charlie came out, man, and Charlie was Charlie. And my brother Randy held the record as the one person who became most acquainted with Charlie during his childhood. And when my grandpa passed, my grandma gave Charlie to Randy.
Oh wow!
And I think he still has it somewhere. I don't know, but yeah, Charlie. Yeah, good old Charlie, man. Charlie made me the man I am today, and this is. And I am the man that does not fuck around with old ladies, man.
What's that meme video from the early 2000s? Ow, Charlie, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, Charlie. So similar, but that had a welts.
Yeah, it looks like Pestrogen is in the house.
Pestrogen. There you go. Kyle Flynn said, "Do the chickens have large talons?"
I'm sorry.
Do the chickens have large talons?
Yeah, you notice how I'm wearing headphones and I leaned in to listen.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that.
A little bit better. That's like when you're trying to find some place and you turn the radio down so you can see the mailboxes better.
I've done that. I did that today, as a matter of fact. Yes.
Do chickens have large talons?
Do the chickens have large talons?
The chickens have large talons? Yes, the
Apparently
chickens.
The specific chickens.
The chickens do have large talons, but it pales in comparison to their peckers.
Yeah, that's a large cock.
Yeah, they do have some peckers. They do have some pretty formidable peckers.
Formidable.
Formidable. Oh God.
Am I out of questions yet?
No. We still have quite a few questions, man. We're gonna blow through them here.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna take out Kai. Thank you very much for your question, but we already answered what the meaning of life was. So we're gonna go ahead and just better luck next time, Kai. Zach asks a very cogent and poignant question.
Okay.
He wants to know, how do I get a sexy beard like yours?
Okay. It takes a lot of masturbation. A lot of masturbation. I mean, play with yourself like you're in an amusement park. Ride the rides, go on all the things. Because you have to build up the testosterone and the chi. Your chi built up.
The chi.
And so that's what you got to do to get this kind of, sexy. And you also have to keep it moistened with vagina.
Nature's beard oil.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Vagina's nature's beautiful. That's how it works. So
Yeah.
get vagina on your face.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works.
Yes. and Dr. P.H. Beaver will tell you that.
That's correct. Correct.
Dr. P.H. Beaver's beard
Not
oil.
Doc Johns, the guy that owns the love supply stores.
No, and not Dr. Hook and the medicine shows. The cover of the Rolling Stone. Dr. P.H. Beavers, Miracle
Jeff
Beard Oil.
McAtee says, what's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
An unladen swallow?
Yes.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to say, the velocity. The velocity depends on the viscosity. So
I think they were referring to the Monty Python. The Monty Python.
I love Monty Python, but many of the references go over my head.
I love Monty Python now.
All right,
I do.
well, then you answer the fucking question.
Well, I had to ask if it was an African or a European one. First of all, he didn't specify.
And
or
usually
carrying a coconut with the husk, then grab by the husk.
And usually when I get a question about Monty Python that I don't get the reference to, I always look up my picture of the larch, and everything's okay.
The larch.
The larch.
The larch.
Okay, moving on. Swing and a miss. Sorry. All right. Matt asks of Jack, if you had a dream, and part of that dream you start making out hardcore with tongue and lots of saliva with Brad, that doesn't make you gay, right? Because it was in a dream. It's not gay, right?
It doesn't make you gay if it's in the dream, but if you wake up and masturbate to it, it does.
Yes, it does.
So
now,
if you finish yourself off in the morning to the dream you had that night, then yes, it could possibly
no,
make
if you
gay.
masturbate to it, and then you tell somebody you masturbated to it, then that's gay.
I always tell people to masturbate.
No.
Always.
You told people that you masturbated to that particular dream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then it's gay.
Like, hey, I jerked off today.
Yeah.
But it's non-specific masturbation information.
The motto is it's only gay if somebody finds out. So
that's true.
If you're going to out yourself like that, then yes.
That's like riding a little tiny pink bike. It's all fun and games until someone sees you. Sancho, our favorite Sancho, says, is it really a German roach if it's born in America?
It is. It is still a German roach, but in Germany they're just known as roach.
That's right.
That's like French dressing and fries. It's dressing and fries over there.
I mean, you know what they call a Big Mac in France, right?
They call it Le Big Mac. No, they call it a quarter pounder with cheese. Is Royale with cheese.
That's right.
Big Mac is just Le Big Mac.
Big Mac.
Not Monty Python, but I got the reference.
That's a Pulp Fiction one.
That's right. Okay, Jack.
Yes, sir.
What if I told you I could make you wealthy and no OnlyFans?
My feet aren't that attractive.
It's still fun.
It's not OnlyFans. It's Feet Finder.
No, it's Feet Finder. Yep.
My feet aren't that attractive. Really, they're not. You know, I got like the diabetic nails and everything, and I got like the big calluses and shit. And I'm just gonna be broke. I'll just not have any money.
That's right. Just live in squalor, Jack. That's fine.
I blew through all my porn money long ago.
Oh yeah,
long ago. Yeah, I did because I was Captain Long Rod. From termite work, Captain Long Rod. So. Then I did it in Ireland, and I was Duncan McDickener.
Yeah,
in Ireland, that was my Irish pronoun.
Yeah, I did one in Scotland, and I was Miles O'Toole.
All right, Shane Bowman says, if a monkey bites you, what kind of shot do you need? There you go.
Yeah,
Evan Williams, bottled and bond.
Evan
100
Williams,
proof.
bottled and bond. 100 proof. Bottled and bond, because legally it has to be 100 proof if it's bottled and bond. This stuff is aged for just under a week or two, and but it has a mellow sweetness to it that betrays its youth, and so it spends about as much time in the Rick House as I do in the ladies section at Ross, Dress for Less. So this is the shot you need to take for that monkey bite.
Just imagine Brad at the back of Ross, Dress for Less, going, does my ass look fat in this?
That's right. It's like, Does this dress make my ass look fat? No, that fucking cream horn you ate earlier it does. Damn. Oh shit! Good old Ross dress. Man, we did two shameless plugs, didn't we? Yeah.
Yes,
one for Evan Williams and one for Ross Dress for Less. Blake
That's
Todd
correct.
asks, why does it burn when Brad Harvey pees?
It's either the yeast or he did not properly clean and sanitize his surgical grade urethral sounding rod. If you don't clean it, you're going to have to deal with repercussions. That's how that works.
Yeah, and don't you find that out the hard way, Jack?
No,
I'm telling you.
sanitize that puppy. Do like Brad does, put it right between your lips there before you slide it in. Because if you leave the old debrirs and detritus, you know.
Yes, because I'm always running disinfectant through this cleaning apparatus right here. That's right. So, my mouth has always has a layer of alcohol in it. So if it burns when you pee, you can't blame me.
There's another song that popped in my head. Lips like sugar, sugar kisses.
Damn. Who was
Dylan
that? Was
Lowen
that The Cure?
No, I'm not sure. That's not the Cure. I'm not sure that is. Dylan Lowen says, what's the strangest situation you've had to deal with as a tech? Referring to pests, not the people.
Oh my God, a serious pest control question.
Mm-hmm.
What is one more time, Jack?
What's the strangest situation you've had to deal with as a tech? Referring to pests, not people.
The strangest. Okay.
Yes.
I would say the strangest is not really strange because it was an easily identifiable pest. And it was, it's something that you see anytime, most times when you're in a crawl space in this area.
Mm-hmm.
And it is indeed the camel cricket. Yes, I am talking about that one thing that everybody, that the untrained eye sees and thinks that a cricket mated with a spider, and they have some sort of marvel of nature that they're going to sell to a lab and become rich. No, I'm sorry. It's a fucking camel cricket. Okay. Yeah. They got them long spindly legs and stuff. Okay. It wasn't the bug itself that caused this to be such a strange. It was the sheer number of them in this crawl space. I get in this crawl space, right? And I'm looking, and the floor of the surface of the ground is moving underneath the crawl space. The walls are moving. I mean, I'm telling you, these camel crickets, man, they were fucking legion.
That's so awesome.
And oh my God. So I slowly back myself away out of the crawl space. And I go back up, and this is when I was at the Scarlet Letter, and they rock out with fucking 50-gallon gas-powered, spray tanks.
Right.
They're throwing, we're throwing Sidekick and all kinds of fun shit around, Polyzone and stuff around yards and everything. We're rocking it at about 75 psi. We're spraying foundations and leaving exit wounds. I mean, it's just massive fucking equipment, old school fucking guys. But so I fire it up. I grab my I'm dragging hose into that crawl space, and I get in the middle. I get in there, and I just go commando style, and just like, and they're fucking just rolling back, right? And then it's like I will stop to go, and as I'm going, more are coming. I'm spraying to the right, they're coming at me to the left. I'm spraying to the left, they're coming at me to the right. It was just like, and they were just like, and I could hear that Lord of the Rings music. and
you look over your shoulder and go, "Guess what, the chopper?"
And I'm telling you, I was covered in camel crickets, and it was just bloody incredible. And after a while, after I got over the initial shock of it all, I was getting into it, man. I was just like, whoo, and they were just like rolling back in waves, tumbling around and shit. And it's like finally I figure this crawl space has had enough. I get out and I do the rest of the service. I go in there, and then they're just laying there. It's like big, just the whole ground is just like
it was a massacre.
And then you hear that other Lord of the Ring music, the ethereal stuff. And I'm just looking slowly through there, and I was just like, my work here is done. So yes, I would say that was the weirdest thing.
That's cool. We're running close to 8:00, so I picked the best question I could find for you of the rest of the ton that you had. So I'm going to ask you this because I want to know the answer to it too. Mm-hmm. If I leave a destination going north at 45 miles an hour and a train leaves going south at 100 miles per hour, how many sticks of Centricon bait do you think I can eat in one sitting?
I think we've come to the meaning of life again. What was that number?
42.
42.
42 sticks for Centricon. Now, is that the hexaflumeron or the novaflumeron?
It would have to be the hexaflumeron because that novaflumeron is HD. That's the stuff we only check once a year now. So I don't think he would be able to possibly chew all of those and swallow them unless he's gonna like power throat them, and then then it's a possibility.
Power throat.
I have two questions for you that I want to blow through before we come up against the hour.
All right.
Yeah, Jenny asks if you could have chosen any other profession to work in, what would you have chosen?
Any, like if I had my druthers, or something that I always wanted to be on the radio ever since I was little. So if I could have been a DJ, that would have been great.
You do have a voice for radio. We'll give you that.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Top of the hour.
Burnt toast and coffee time, 7:58.
Good morning. Damn.
And what's the other one you got for me?
Another Jen asks, if you drank Starry soda, would you feel like a cannibal, a narcissist, or both?
That stuff made me piss out my asshole. I would feel empty. That's what happened to me.
He would feel
time.
like a root beer dispenser.
I shit through the eye of the needle without touching the sides of the eye. So
yeah, you mentioned that when that first came out.
Yeah, and I actually sent them a message on Facebook and asked them when I was going to start getting royalties, and they didn't answer me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, it's Starry soda. Come on, that's my shit.
Yeah, I think some litigation is involved here.
I agree.
So, yeah. So anyway, okay, well, guys, gals, and those of you somewhere in the middle, thank you so very much for your questions. We really appreciate that. Now, next week, we may or may not have a show next week. I'm not sure right now, but we will be letting you know that right away.
Okay.
And you and I talked about that earlier today.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so once again, guys, thanks for your questions. We're going to do this one again sometime soon.
That was fun.
I think we do one every season to ask us anything. And, but I think this format was really fun though.
It was,
kind of bouncing back between the two of us.
Questions.
Yeah, exactly. It's more personal that way. So, guys, thanks again. So, on behalf of us over here at Tales from the Crawl Space, Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group, on behalf of Tony Spangler from SpanglerArt.com, home of the famous surgical stainless steel urethral sounding rod, we cordially invite you to bug the motherfucker off.
Bug off.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Oh, thanks for listening to Tales from the Crawl Space podcast. Jack and Brad will be back next week with another great episode. TFTC can be found on almost every podcast provider available, and you can also find us on TikTok at TFTC 2.0, Instagram at TFTC Podcast, Facebook at the Pest Control Humor Depot Group, and our website, www.tftc.wtf. Don't forget to subscribe and share. See you soon.